Hello, I'm Sid, and today I have a new phone to unbox. And this phone is from Moto. It's called the Moto C Plus. Now, it's going to be an entry-level smartphone, not an entry-level, but a budget smartphone from Moto, which is a reputed brand name now owned by Lenovo. And talking about the box, you get the specifications on the back. You get an illustration of the phone on the back here. You also get the name of the phone written in the front, and of course, the Lenovo branding here. Now, enough said about the phone, let's unwrap it, because in this video I'll be telling you what all you get inside the box and most importantly how the phone feels in my hand at a first glance. So taking the cellophane off. So the cellophane is now off, and now let me cut this tape right here, and there you have the phone unboxed. And here's the thing that you paid all this price for, the Moto C Plus. I keep it on the side for starters, and let me focus on what all you get inside the box. So let me take this tray out. And there you have the box contents. The first thing I see here is a pair of headphones, which is something good for a budget smartphone to be accompanied with that. You also get a USB cable along with a charger. Now this charger, as far as I can see on the box, does not seem to be fast. Keep it on the side, and here you have got some documentation along with a feature that is now rarely seen in modern day smartphones, a battery, a removable battery. And that's pretty much it. Just to give you a revision, you get a pair of headphones, you get documentation, you get battery, you get a charging adapter and a charging cable, apart from the phone itself. Now, having said all that, let me keep everything inside the box and let me turn this phone on and tell you how it feels in my hand in a first glance. So now I've put the battery inside the phone and turned it on. Now, if I talk about the looks from the front, it does look a lot like the Moto G5 and the G5 Plus. However, it lacks one important thing, which is the fingerprint scanner. Instead, you get these capacitive buttons here down below, and as far as I can tell, they don't appear to be backlit. No, they are not. But when you turn the phone around, apart from this good camera design, which looks like a yin-yang kind of a concept, the quality of the material used is very plasticky. It's a plastic bag, which may or may not disturb you. And the reason I say that is because this plastic bag does come out, but it's a bit difficult to actually open the phone. I had troubles opening it the first time as well, but let me try to do it in front of the camera once. And as you can see, this it does get a bit cumbersome, but then again, you get a 4000 mAh worth of removable battery, which is a very big thing. You get two SIMs as well, and you also have an SD card slot here. But this feature is something that is nowadays missing in modern day smartphones, and if you like to have a spare battery around, or if you like to change your battery after every 6 months or something, this is something that you would cherish. So that way you can condone the plastic bag. However, as far as I'm concerned, for a phone at this price, you can get much better designs. Redmi 4 is available with the all metal body, which also has a fingerprint scanner, which both these things this phone lacks. Coming however to the features of this phone, it's got a quad-core processor, it's a MediaTek processor, it's got a couple of gigs of RAM, and more importantly, this phone has got a 8 megapixel camera at the back and a 2 megapixel camera on the front. But as you can see here, there seems to be a front-facing flash as well. Let me try to open it and take a selfie here, if I can. Right, so let me turn this on. Yeah. And as you can see, it's got a front-facing flash. Now that's a good feature, a neat feature to have under this price point. Redmi 4 does not have a front screen flash. So if you are a selfie enthusiast, and if most of your selfies are in the night time, this is a phone that you can go for. Coming to its other specifications, the major reason a lot of people buy a Moto smartphone is because they want stock-like Android experience. And this phone does give you the latest version of Android Nougat, and that too in its stock form. So that is another reason for one to get it. Apart from that, you do get the Moto brand name, which a lot of people admire, even though I think that even that is Chinese because of Lenovo. It's gonna be available on Flipkart as an exclusive product, and if you want to buy it, you can. I'm not going in depth with this phone right now because it's not a full review, it's just a first impression. In the hand, however, it does feel a bit bulky to me because of the sides per se, and also it's a bit plasticky. But overall, it's a Moto phone, and for those who like Moto software, this phone might be a go-to. Now that is what I think of the Moto C Plus. What you think is of important to me as well. So Put whatever you think, put your thoughts in the comment box below after liking this video and sharing it with your friends. And most importantly, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. My name is Sid. See you in the next one. Ciao.